Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Random Hunts in Monster Hunter World. It's currently the 48th part of my video series, and it is currently the 2nd of November 2018 as I'm recording this. This is the first time I've actually recorded a video in about 4 weeks. The reason why is because, well, I was away in the UK. That's also the reason why I didn't upload a video for about a month. It's because I just wasn't really able to upload while I was overseas. I was planning to do that, I did actually bring a few. In fact, all of the videos that you saw me upload in the previous week were, in fact, videos that I brought with me overseas, but I just wasn't able to upload them while I was over there. My internet connection wasn't amazing, and the internet that I did have was an open network, and for whatever reason that just doesn't really sit with me, uploading over an open network like that. I decided not to, so anyway, I hope you can forgive me for that. Either way, we are in the second week of my return as you're watching this video. As I'm recording it, it's still the same week in which I uploaded those 4 videos that you saw before. But either way, I am playing Monster Hunter World, yes. There are a number of reasons as to why this is the case. One of them being that Kushala is supposed to come tomorrow or something, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not too sure how Kushala is going to work out, because I don't really have anyone to play with, so I mean, I do, but I don't, so it's one of those weird scenarios where I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be able to get too much done with Kushala, because you see, by the time Kushala had come out in the PS4 version, I wasn't playing the game anymore. I technically was, because I was there on the day it released, like I was in Shepard's stream and stuff, but, like actually on voice chat on the stream, but I didn't really hunt the thing. I did one short hunt and that was it, and then I was like, okay, I'm sick of playing this game again. By the time Devil Joe came out, I'd kind of stopped playing, to be honest, so yeah, that's how long it's been since I haven't played this game properly, so anyway, I don't really know how that's going to turn out. I'm going to obviously hunt Kulv more than I did before, but I don't know if I'll be able to get into a good room or not to do the siege. Either way, I have done a little bit in World, more than I have when I last recorded World at the very least. I'll probably demonstrate that in a bit, but for now I'm gonna have a look at what investigations are going on. I'll go and grab this one. I didn't actually want to go to the Northwest camp, but I wanted to accept this as soon as possible. Either way, I'm not exactly that keen on Kushala, but whatever. The reason why is because I've never really liked Kushala that much. Do I want to use a bow here? Yeah, let's use a bow, why not? So all of these bows, by the way, and I'm not actually done yet with all of these bows. There is one more, or is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. No, don't fucking equip it. I'm actually upgrading that particular bow right there into an Anjanath bow. That will be my fire bow, and that's what I'm working on right at this moment. But for now, I'm just gonna do something to entertain you guys, which is actually do a hunt with some other people. I haven't really been hunting with people lately. I've been doing the quests solo. It's just easier because for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because less people are playing right now, or people are hunting different things, but I just can't seem to get into an SOS with the hunts that I want to get into. Maybe more people are doing tempered monsters, but you see, I'm not looking for tempered monsters, I'm looking for monsters that are going to drop more rewards, which is of course regular investigations. Now, no, I'm not even going to bother getting any of that stuff. I think this bow actually shoots power coatings now that I think about it. Let me go to equipment information, which is down here. It shoots power, I'm an idiot. I also didn't bring paralysis. Anyway, that's what you call being inadequately prepared for a quest. Let's go ahead and travel over here, because as I did say, I wasn't originally intending to travel to this camp. I just sort of did it out of habit, because this is usually the camp that I travel to. You know, this is for Rathalos, Labazioth, or more specifically Azure Rathalos, I should say, and also Nergigante. This is really the only monster apart from Dodogama or Uragan that I'm going to go to this camp for, or at least a camp that's different to that other one. It would have ended up being faster for me to actually go the other way, because this monster has already bloody moved. That was a weird roar. You usually don't sound like that. At least I don't think so. Why is the connection really poor right now? Just trying to work that out. I mean, I could be going insane. Don't you do that. So, I'm trying to watch the connection to see if it continues being bad here. I really don't know if it's going to do that or not. Anyway, I need to get back in the habit of, well, back in the swing of things when it comes to playing Monster Hunter and doing a commentary at the same time, because for me, I don't know about other people, but for me, when I haven't done a commentary for a while, I sort of lose the ability a little bit, and I need to get back into it, so yeah, anyway. There we go. Cheesing with flash bombs as usual. That guy is using... what is that? What is that? Is that a Nergigante heavy bow gun? It looks like it. Anyway. The reason why I say it looks like it is because off the top of my head I can't even think of what that gun looks like, but that's probably what it is. It has the suitable appearance for it to be that. I know what the light bow gun looks like because I own it. I use it as my light spread gun, but anyway. It's funny because I keep hearing about people getting really awful frames when it comes to fighting this guy, so enjoy the smoothness of a good PC. That's all I'm gonna say. There we go. I mean, I would be doing the flash bombs as well, but I'm too lazy for that. I completely missed that. Shame on me. There's no real reason to do this attack that I'm doing right here. Unless you time it really nicely, but I'm not doing that. Because I suck. Anyway. Ugh. Ended up getting, well, that hunting horn melody, which... what is it? Stamina reduction... I mean, I can't even think of how to refer to it, I'm sorry. Keeping in mind, of course, I am bloody jet-lagged. I was a lot more jet-lagged in the previous days before this one, because I did arrive on a Monday. It's now Friday. I've had all this time to sort of get back into the swing of things, and I'm still not fully there just yet. But anyway. It's good to be using the bow again. I didn't actually properly make a bow set or make any bows until about 10 hours ago as far as gameplay time is concerned. Or game time. So, it's good to be back into it again. I haven't really properly used bows since I was playing PS4, so yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Ugh, trying to get his head there. Of course, don't even bother trying to break the head in multiplayer, it's awful. That's one benefit to doing solo. You can break Elder Dragon body parts a lot easier. You don't need fucking Part Breaker. I mean, Part Breaker is nice, but it's not a fun substitute for skills that do a lot of damage, so yeah, if you can avoid it, I would recommend it. Of course, I don't particularly want to hunt by myself. I don't take pleasure in doing that, but anyway. May as well line one of these up, come on. Wasn't too good. Anyway. Alright, you go disappear. Yay. So, I suppose we're doing a decent amount of damage here? You would hope so, anyway. I'll show you my armor set here. This one is mostly focused on dealing damage and also good stamina management. I've got full level of Constitution, which will reduce the stamina... oh, fuck. Stamina depletion when sort of evading with the bow to get the charge up. I may as well get that footprint. Why not? Yeah, that levels up the research. Anyway, the fact that we actually got Kushala down this way is really strange. He moved really fast. I feel like that's what's happened here. Need to drop the things on him. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, essentially... what was I saying? I was saying something. Can't even think of what it is now. Anyway, we'll move on, I suppose. If I can't remember what it was, then that's alright. I don't know how long I've been recording for, actually. Maybe about 5 minutes, something like that. Maybe I'll do 2 hunts in this video. This one won't take too long. Is there anything that I even want from Kushala? Not really. So at the moment I'm just doing it for the investigation with a chance for... what's it called in this game? Charms? Talismans? Decorations. It was one of the 3, and of course the last one I mentioned was the correct one. Just couldn't think of it in my head. Because in the other games, of course, decorations were things that you bought. But instead, instead of getting talismans in this game, you get decorations from quests. So, yeah, it's interesting enough. I don't necessarily dislike that. I dislike what they did with it, but the concept itself is alright. Theory is great, execution not so much. It's kind of this game in a nutshell, really. I have a lot of negative things to say about World, unlike a lot of other people. But also, like a lot of other people, I've found that this game is a little bit polarising. Some people absolutely love it, other people hate it beyond belief. I think. I'm not too sure. At the very least, time has not been kind to this game. Over a period of time, people have come to realise that Capcom is just fucking around with all of us. And making money like you wouldn't believe. And other people are like, oh, I love World, and then, you know, they've got like a World Dakimakura, and they're essentially masturbating to it every night. And spooning it, and all of this. Not that they actually do that, but if they could, then they would love to, because that's just how people feel about World. It's kind of disturbing and sad. But anyway. So, the flash resistance is happening by this point. Why are we still fighting you? You should be dead by now, surely. Maybe I'm overestimating my team here. Anyway. My play could be a little bit better. I'm playing purely on autopilot, and I am not the most switched on, given my jet lag. I can't really see him. There he is. Yeah, in case you hadn't noticed, mate, he's resistant now. I think it's 3 flashes on an Elder, and 4 on a regular, when tempered. Something like that. So, to speed it up, I will indeed go over here. Someone else had the same idea. I heard someone else whistling. I nearly said whispering. That's not quite the right word, Doomlink. But anyway. Go head through this little hole. I don't really need to explain that, do I? I got a message on my phone, something to entertain me while I make the journey over this way. That's one thing that I really do not like about this game, is chasing after monsters. I hate it. I really hate it. I think most people hate it, actually. Particularly the more you play the game. I think that's the case with any game. The more you play it, like if you play it for a really long time, certain things are going to get on your nerves. I would say one of those things is chasing after monsters. I haven't really played this game enough to be bothered by it, purely on the basis that I've done it too much. I hated it from day one, so, you know, whereas other people were not quite the same. I don't have bombs. Okay, look. You guys want an excuse to hate me? I almost never bring bombs on a quest in World. Hey, go for it. Yeah, flame me, do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm a filthy leech. And that is like a crime when you're fighting Daora. That is a huge crime. So, yeah. I'm guessing Diet or Diet. You know, some people have these names. You look at them and you go, how do you pronounce that in a way that actually sounds good? Like, how do you... Because that... No matter how I pronounce that, it sounds like garbage. So anyway, I'm assuming he's going to do the wake up here. Explore... Jean? Like, that's really dumb and stupid. Anyway. What are you doing? That's the wings. You want the head. What are you doing? Over here. Over here, the head, please. Thank you. Wait, what are you doing? There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Alrighty. This will kill him. I tried to get like a successive shot when I hit the ground, but it didn't really work out so well. Come on, die. There we go, got another knockdown. That'll kill it for sure. Now, one question some of you might have, and you've probably had it for a while, remember when I first did a PC recording for World, and I was talking about how I didn't really need damage numbers? It was really fun to play without damage numbers, but I do also see the benefit to them. The main reason at that time why I wasn't using damage numbers was mainly because I was using the spread heavy bowgun style of play. That's what I was maining for the first low rank and high rank hunts that I was doing. And pretty much going all the way through the game up until the end game. So once I hit end game and started branching out with my weapons, I kind of wanted to turn damage numbers back on because I still wasn't absolutely, I guess, I didn't know exactly what sort of damage I was doing with all weapon types, you see. Whereas with the spread heavy bowgun, it's pretty bloody obvious. I was very comfortable with what sort of range I needed to be to get off a strong hit, and I was always aiming for the head anyway, or if it's a flying wyvern, the wings, or, you know, things like that. Wyvern, wyvern, whatever. But, yeah. With spread heavy bowgun, long story short, I don't need damage numbers, but with other things, yeah, I'd like to have them. It's just, it's nice. Alright, what have we got here? We got one warped. The warped is all I want. I don't really want anything else. I don't want stream stones. I'm too lazy for that shit. By lazy, I mean, you know, actually taking the time to augment all weapons. That's annoying. I don't want to do that. How long have I even been recording for? I don't know. I'll probably do one more hunt just to satisfy you guys. Why the hell not? Let's just do that. So, once again, in the true spirit of random hunts, we are going to do a random SOS flare here. Okay. I can't exactly turn down 5 question marks there. Or 5 reward is what I should say. Question marks, honestly. So, I will do Dragon this time. Because I believe on the Azure Rathalos, Dragon is slightly superior. Where is... yes. So I'm using the Devil Joe bow here. In the PS4 version of the game, I was using the Valhazak bow. The reason why was because by the time I had made all of my bows, Devil Joe wasn't even out yet, so yeah. Fun fact. Stylish stripper. Very nice. Hopefully he's also good at Monster Hunter, and not just, you know, running around naked. We will see. We will see. He would probably enjoy the Naked and Afraid quest from 3 Ultimate. But anyway. Nuz. You know, some people have these names. I'm serious. Some people have these names, and you go, that sounds awful. No matter how you say it, it sounds like shit. It's like not a good name. You know, some people probably don't like Draculesia. I don't really care. But it's better than Nuz. Okay? Fuck's sake. Anyway. A stylish stripper is nice. Sakai, I can read that. It's Japanese. Great. But, like, Nuz. Just, I want to put a bullet in my head. But anyway. Not just in general, but when reading that, I do. There's a Lavazioth over that way. Hopefully we don't see him. Well, we've seen him, but hopefully he doesn't see us. This is the first time I've even used the Devil Joe bow, by the way. It looks really cool. Reminds me of the deer shot, actually. Not to say I liked the deer shot as an actual weapon, but how it looked visually, it was pretty cool. For a second I thought that guy was actually typing, but it was his shout saying, "Don't mind me, I'm just placing a barrel." Ugh. I really like the design of this bow, it's really cool. It's always refreshing to have unique weapon designs in this game, which are sort of few and far between. At least compared to what they should be. They do have a number of them, but not as many as they should, really. Let me check your teeth. This is one of those guys with really dumb shouts, I can tell. If his name is any indication. Anyway. Maybe I'll stop having to go at his name. Got a reasonable combo going there. One thing that was not reasonable was the fact that I was taking so much damage from the... Actually, then again, I did not set up for this either, did I? Yep, power coding. Fuck's sake. Anyway. I bet you guys are screaming at me going, Doomlink, please prepare for your quests. If you didn't notice, I didn't actually do anything. I didn't even get potions. I didn't... Just no preparation at all. Welcome to jetlag. Are we sleeping again? Why?
I use dual blades, I do damage.
Fucking asshole. I don't even know if we had bombs anyway. You know, there's a plane flying above, and it's actually making the ground shake. I love that. I think that's really cool. Anyway, so... I'm under attack. I actually couldn't see what was going on there, that was really shit. So I'm going to start off by drinking an antidote. Some people would say, hey, prioritize healing yourself, Doomlink, but... I'm not that kind of guy. What does that mean? I don't know. Someone's joined my online session for some reason. I've been getting this a lot lately. I didn't used to get that. But nowadays, everyone's joining my fucking online session. I don't know why. Seriously, it didn't happen for the first few months of this game being out, but now it happens every time I play without fail. Sometimes I'll get multiple people joining my online session, just the random one that's automatically created when you go online in this game. People just join it. I'm thinking, why? What is there? Like, stop. I'm not going to play with you anyway. It's just weird. Anyway. Yeah, I really like this bow, by the way. It's really quite fun. I mean, it works like any other bow does, but it visually looks really nice. As far as weapon types in this game, I would say the bow is one of my favourites. It was from the get-go, actually. They just made bow really fun. I was never a huge bow user in the previous games to this one. But I would say one thing that World did right, and they didn't do many things right, but one thing was bows. I don't think they did bow guns a service. I think they sort of ruined bow guns. Just by the way shots travel, I don't like how shots travel in this game. But the bow is really nice. I love how it works. Yeah, go on. Not limping yet. Disappointing. But yeah, hopefully the rewards will be alright. Just because we have 5 rewards doesn't mean I'm gonna get good stuff. Because of course if I don't get, like, the warped face stones, then oh fuck's sake. Why don't you let him come over here? There's an Uragan over there. Why are people so fucking moronic? Like, Christ, if you've got an Uragan here, then bring him out of the zone. But people are instead like,
Oh, I don't want to go over there. I'm lazy.
anyway. Playing with people in Monster Hunter doesn't bring the best out of me. You guys haven't really gotten a true taste of that just yet. But one day you will. Oh, I never actually drank a cool drink. Jet lag, ladies and gentlemen, jet lag. Anyway. You guys are probably thinking that's just an excuse, but I can assure you I am not of this world. Really. I mean, I'm better now than I was, but I'm still not really of this world, to be honest. Anyway. Oh dear. Wouldn't mind a Rathalos gem. Or is it gem? Yeah, it is gem in this game. Because it's a high rank game, of course. I actually need Rathalos marrow now that I think about it. Anyway, I'll get that eventually. I'll go do some mining while I'm at it. Because I'm actually quite low on fusium. This is a good place to mine fusium. Or fusium. However you want to say it. I don't really care how you want to say it. I'm not actually wanting to carve these guys. I just like to get my... how do I say? Monster killed number up. There we go. I have actually been using the dual blades quite a bit. I will actually show you before I finish this video how I've been going for all of my weapon types. When I was last recording, the only weapon types I was using were the greatsword and... what else was I using? One other thing. Oh, the guns. I was using greatswords and guns. Nothing else. Ooh, I got 2 warp. That's really good, actually. Glowing can literally eat a dick. And then, yeah, anyway. The dragon, stone thrower, steadfast, and expert. Very nice. I'll take an expert jewel. Elementalist. I've been getting a lot of those, so nothing too special for me. There we go. Hunter rank 89. Pretty low hunter rank at this point in the game, but whatever. I didn't really play this for a long time, so... at least a month. I didn't even touch it, so... anyway. Well, definitely more than a month, actually. More like 2 months. So it was a month before I went overseas, and then... when I went overseas, that was almost an entire month, so... anyway. I'll show you how far I've gotten. I'll just show you my armor sets and just all of that stuff. Keeping in mind that when you last saw a recording of this game, I was only using greatswords and heavy bowguns. Or light bowguns, whatever. So, I did end up making these armor sets here. I don't like them. I really don't like rapid element in this game because they've ruined bowguns, long story short. But one good thing about bowguns is spread. I do like spread. And... originally this was a heavy spread set, but then I realised that there was no actual reason for me to have it be heavy specifically. I can also just switch out the bowgun here for the light. bowgun, and it works perfectly fine anyway. It's not... The only reason why it would ever be called a heavy spread bowgun would be if I added evasion distance increase to the armor set, because it's a heavy bowgun, but there's no real reason to do that in this game, in my opinion. It's very important in the other games to have evade extender when you're using a heavy bowgun, but not in this game. But anyway, this is the non-element pierce set. Whether it's heavy or light doesn't really matter, but it's definitely non-element. So, anyway, we have the bow set here, and this is... Well, you've already seen that. You've seen that. Oh, longsword, that was the other weapon type that I was using, right. Then we've got dual blades here. I've actually got... this is the set that I'm running for it. Once again, very stamina-oriented, but regardless, I do have all of the elements that I need for that particular dual blade. Well, not like... Anyway, I'm being retarded. I can't speak English. This is why we're ending the video, ladies and gentlemen. I've completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I have all the elements for this particular weapon type. For ice, I'm using the dual blades that's half ice, half blast. And it still ends up being one of the better ice weapons anyway, even though it has... Because, basically, when you have dual blades that have two elements on them, you basically take the elemental values, or the status value, whatever, of both of those two, and halve it. Because you've got, instead of having two blades dealing the element, or the status, you've got only one doing each. So, the idea is you obviously half those values, because you're hitting half as often. So, anyway. Even with that taken into consideration, the ice and fire, I think it's called, is that right? Fire and ice, it's called, whatever, same thing. But, yeah, it ends up being pretty good for ice, one of the best, easily. Even if you don't have the blast factor. And then, of course, gun lance. So, oh, I didn't even show the gun lance set itself. May as well do that. These are the skills. How do you feel about those skills? Oh, they're shit, Doomlink, thanks. Anyway, so I'll show you my weapon usage. Might be relevant. A little bit more balanced now than it was before. I've got a few more weapons that have been used. I really want to aim to get my greatsword up to about 110 or whatever I want to get it to. Can't remember what it is in this game. I think it is 110 that it really reaches that end part. But, yeah, seriously, I'm sick of using the greatsword at this point in this game. I've used it a little bit too much. So I'm quite eager to get that all the way to the end and then just leave it alone forever. Almost forever. At least for a long time. But, yeah. As you can see, light bowgun I will be working on, because I don't really want to do the elemental light bowgun business. I'm going to instead do the spread light bowgun. That's going to be fun enough to get me all the way to the end, I would say. And then for gun lance and dual blades, that's going to be pretty easy. I'd say once I've got greatsword up to max, I'll go ahead and get lance on the go. Ugh, definitely looking forward to getting into lance. Anyway, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how long it's gone for, probably around 25 minutes, most likely. Hopefully I sound alright. I don't know how I sound. I probably don't sound very good at all. Keeping in mind, of course, that I am a little bit jet-lagged. More than a little bit, but less than I was before. Anyway, I'll see you when I'm next recording a video, guys. Expect more Monster Hunter Let's Play uploads, whether it be Monster Hunter 1 or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Possibly expect Final Fantasy 13, possibly. But I would like to say also definitely expect Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. I'm going to try and ramp that up again. Because that's not going to take me too long to actually finish. At least I don't think so. It would be wise to try and focus on finishing that, I think. I love the Let's Play, don't get me wrong, but I think I should be aiming to complete, like, just to have as few ongoing Let's Plays as possible, because I remember when I originally did Let's Plays, just taking a short tangent before I actually finished the video here, when I used to do Let's Plays, I would never actually finish them because I would start too many of them. But I'm a lot better at doing that now. I remember when I started this new channel here, my most recent Doomlink channel, which I started in 2014, I made it very clear to myself that I wouldn't have too many Let's Plays going at one time. By the 2017 mark, I'd sort of stopped that. I'd given up on that. I started doing too many Let's Plays at a time. But I think I'm just better now at seeing them through to the end. I think I'm just going to have to give up on reducing the number of Let's Plays that I'm doing, and just letting the chaos work for me. Because I think it's the only way that I can truly do it and be satisfied. But, anyway, I'm sure that I am capable of still completing everything that I need to complete. But, anyway. Thank you all for watching this video. It is once again part 48 for my video series. That video series, of course, being Random Hunts, which will be pretty much an eternal video series that goes on my channel. It will never change. Well, sorry, it will never stop. It will never change, anyway. I would like to say it's time to go to sleep, but it's kind of early in the morning here, so no. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next Random Hunts video, obviously, and I'll see you in whatever video you want to watch of mine next. Bye-bye for now.